Today we are in Copenhagen and we are letting ChatGPT decide everything we do today. Today I'm in Copenhagen, a city built on design, order, and calm. So naturally, I decided to let AI take over. Every mission, every decision, every mistake is no longer mine. I have no plan, no map, and no idea what's next. Just whatever chaos this machine thinks is fun. This is what happens when you give AI full control in Copenhagen. So one of my big motivators for wanting to do this today is just the fact that, since some of my bigger trips, I went back to the US for a couple weeks, I did this trip across Sweden, I've been kind of itching for some adventure. And I think that, when you take these big trips and adventures, sometimes everyday life starts to feel a little bit more boring than it needs to. So sprinkle in some micro adventures, and that is exactly what today is going to be, just dictated by ChatGPT. We are about to receive our first challenge of the day. So I have my project set up here in ChatGPT. We're about to see what it says for our first challenge. Good morning, ChatGPT. I'm ready for my first challenge. All right, let's see what it says. It's thinking. It's taking a while. Hasn't said anything yet. Good morning, Nick. Copenhagen awaits. Mission 1. Go find the most oddly shaped bench you can find within a 15-minute walk or bike ride. Sit on it like a philosopher who's just solved existence itself and record a short monologue about what the Danish concept of design really means. Bonus points if someone walks by mid-rant. Let's see how wise or ridiculous you can make it sound. Okay, let's see what we can find. I have some ideas. All right, we walked a little ways and we found that bench. Oh, hi there. So you're wondering about the Danish principles of design and what Danish design really means. Let's talk about 3 things. First, form follows function. Second, simplicity. Third, sustainability. Challenge number 1, complete. All right, that means it's time for another challenge. So let's put it into ChatGPT. Challenge completed. ChatGPT, what's next? All right, it's thinking. Excellent work, bench philosopher. Copenhagen's design gods are pleased. Mission 2. Oh no. Find the nearest body of water, canal, harbor, fountain, whatever, and toss in something symbolic you don't mind parting with. A leaf, a receipt, I'm not gonna litter. A crumb of pastry, declare it your sacrifice to the algorithm, then narrate it in your most serious tone for what you hope the algorithm grants you in return. Remember, all great quests require a little ritual. All right, well, we're about to put a human sacrifice in the canal. Join me. We have our sacrifice to the algorithm. I'm gonna bend down here and we're gonna donate it into the Copenhagen Canal. Come on down here. I wanna shield this as much as possible so people don't think I'm littering, but what we're hoping for in return is a day full of crazy adventures and hopefully nothing that's going to get us arrested. But here we go. I didn't think that this video would lead me to throwing cinnamon rolls in the canal, but here we are. All right, let's see what our next challenge is. All right, we have satisfied the master. We have made our sacrifice to the algorithm. And now, time for the next challenge. So, all right, ChatGPT, I've completed that challenge and I am ready for the next one. All right, let's see what it says. It's thinking, it's taking its time. A fine offering. The algorithm accepts your gift. Mission 3. Go to a nearby cafe and order the most mysterious pastry name on the menu. No translations, no questions. Take a single bite, pause dramatically, and give it a one-sentence review as if you're a Michelin critic who's just had a spiritual awakening or deep disappointment. Make it absurdly profound. All right, I think we can do that. I have an idea. All right, we are headed to a cafe here just around the corner, and we're gonna find a pastry that maybe I can't pronounce, which is just about anything in Danish. So I'm actually pretty hungry, so this is actually perfectly timed algorithm. Thank you for sending food our way. All right, mission number 3. We found ourselves at Lido Bakery here right by the canal in the city center. And I need to take a bite of this beautiful pear and cardamom croissant and give it a review as if I'm a Michelin food critic. So, So it's not very hard to do because it is this beautifully rich, sweet, soft, salty, fruity, very healthy pastry that's made with the deep roots of Danish blood and design and attention to form and function. What? Yeah, I don't know. I think that's how a Michelin food critic would do it. But this is delicious, but also a case in point. This was a 45 kroner pastry, about €7, $7, $8, somewhere in that range. So you get what you pay for. All right, we have completed mission number 3, and it is time for number 4. So let's update ChatGPT. We have successfully completed mission number 3. Let's have another mission, Master ChatGPT. All right, let's see what it says. It's thinking. It's still thinking. Splendid work, pastry prophet. Your legend grows. Mission number 4, find a statue, any statue. Conduct a one-sided interview with it. Ask it 3 questions about modern Copenhagen life and just nod thoughtfully after each question as if it just shared ancient wisdom. In with a handshake or respectful nod, depending on limb availability. Copenhagen citizens will not understand your purposes, but the statues will. I know exactly where to go. The coolest statues in Copenhagen are literally right around the corner. So that's where we're going. Come on. Perfect timing because we have found what I think is the most ridiculous statue here in Copenhagen. Check it out. It is 4 pig-headed people in trench coats, 4 busts of some folks doing some very provocative motions, and then a giant middle finger on top of it. So we're going to conduct a little bit of interview with our friends here about modern Danish life. Let's see what they have to say. We are here in the Red Dante Fuck Q Park. That's actually what it's called. And we're here to interview this gentleman right here about modern Danish life. So first question I've got for you is, what are your thoughts on tourists and anybody in the bike lane using their bell just to be funny? I think they would go straight to hell. I hate them the worst. All right. Much agreed. All right, second question. What are your thoughts on, pastries being priced like 45 krona? What are your thoughts there? You are going to all the tourist spots. If you go to the right places, they should only be 10 krona like they were in the old days. All right, and last question. This is one that kind of burns me up, as a foreigner here, are taxes. What are your thoughts on the tax rates for Danish citizens like us? I think they should be higher. We need more programs. We need more free things. The government needs more money. Wow. That is not exactly what I expected, kind of these men to say. But thank you so much for your opinions. It was really great to meet you and all of your friends here. And in the, the spirit of fuck you park, giant middle finger. All right, time for the next challenge. Mission number 4 completed. It's time to get the next one. Mission number 4 has been completed. We are ready for the next challenge. All right. Let's see what it says. Thinking, of course. Excellent. You've officially entered your public performance art era. Find a cyclist who's momentarily stopped at a light, outside a shop, anywhere. Compliment their bike like you're flirting with it. Example, that paint job is out ridiculously smooth. What's the secret? Then thank them solemnly and ride or walk away before they can process what just happened. You're doing great. Copenhagen's collective eyebrow is officially raised. Great. Hey, excuse me. We're making a YouTube video about bikes in Copenhagen.
Yeah.
Do you care if we just film you and your bike really quick?
Me and my bike?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's okay.
Is that cool? All right. Yeah, check it out. So we have this beautiful, what is this color? It's like a bird egg blue.
I just found out that I'm colorblind.
Colorblind?
Yeah, I found out this week.
Well, it's actually, it's a nice shade of purple. Yeah, it's a nice shade of purple.
Green,
Yeah.
something like that.
It's got a really nice rack. I really like that. That's all right, mission number 5 complete. We're both kind of dying of secondhand embarrassment here, but the show must go on. All right, mission number 5 done. Let's update the master. Let's get mission number 6. I'm gonna step out of the way a little bit. Mission number 5 completed. Give us another mission. All right, it's thinking. You know the drill. Let's see what it says. Marvelous work. Casanova of Psychopaths. Mission 6, head to a small park or quiet street corner and perform a 30-second motivational speech to an invisible audience of future Copenhageners. Speak as if you're unveiling a visionary city plan that involves more bikes, better pastries, and eternal sunlight in winter. End your speech by pointing dramatically toward the horizon saying, and that's why we ride. History will remember you, or at least confuse you. All right. I know exactly what we must do. Come on. To Copenhageners, past, present, and future, we're looking for a city, a place that we call home, that has more bike lanes, better pastries, and more sunlight in the wintertime. This is the world that we envision. This is what we are looking for. This is what we demand. That world. More bike lanes, better pastries, sunlight in the wintertime. All right, I gotta go. All right, mission number 6 is completed. It's time for the next one. Mission number 6 has been completed. We are ready for the next mission. All right. Let's see what it says. Outstanding. Your civic legend now echoes through the cobblestones. Number 7, enter any design store or boutique and find the most impractically beautiful object. Something that looks stunning but serves no clear purpose. Stare at it for a few seconds, then whisper, function is overrated. Bonus points if you stroke your chin like a tortured architect before exiting silently. Minimalism just met its match. I know exactly where to go. Let's go. Ta-da! This is the hay house. Let's go see what we can find. Wow, I never saw such a candle. Heh, get it. Ah, function's overrated. Also, what the fuck is that? Could be a vase. I don't know. All right, mission number 7 is complete. Now, we've got to go on to mission number 8. Mission number 7 has been completed. What challenge do you have for us next? All right. Let's see. It's thinking. Impeccable. You successfully out-designed the designers. Go find a bridge, big or small, and stand in the middle of it like you're the guardian of all things symmetrical. Slowly spin in a circle and declare everything is balanced except my rent. Then take a deep breath, admire the view, and let the city's hum swallow your words. Copenhagen loves a bit of existential poetry. All right, let's do it. All right, here we go. Everything is balanced except my rent. All right, that's it. All right, these last few have been a little bit silly. Let's see if ChatGPT can take it up a notch. Let's give it a little extra guidance. Challenge completed. These last few challenges have felt a little bit silly. Let's mix it up a little bit. I'm ready for my next challenge. All right, let's see what it says. Fair point. Time to shift gears from chaotic street poet to urban explorer with purpose. Find a spot in the city where nature and architecture meet, a tree growing through the concrete, vines on the wall, plants in a window box. Take a moment to really study it. Then record a short reflection or note on your phone about what it says to you about balance and adaptation. No jokes, no irony, just quiet observation. You've earned a grounded one. All right, so we found the perfect place to display this idea of balance and adaptation. If you look here, there is a big ivy growing on the facade of the building in front of us, the Black Diamond. And you can see a lot of principles here. The balance of the building, the symmetry, as well as how the plant has kind of, adapted to its canvas. You can kind of see it growing on, the canvas that it is defined on its own. So that's where I've found my meaning of balance and adaptation here in Copenhagen. Let's get the next challenge. All right, mission number 9 completed. Let's see what we've got for mission number 10. Mission number 9 has been completed. Please give us the next mission. Thinking. Beautifully done. A moment of calm amid the chaos. Mission number 10. Head towards a public square or busy pedestrian street. Find a sound that defines Copenhagen right now. It could be a bike bell, footsteps on the cobblestone, the hum of a conversation, or a busker's tune. Listen closely for a minute, capture it, record it, and title it like a piece of art. Symphonies of bicycles in D major, or whatever feels right. You're curating the city's invisible soundtrack. Let's see what we can find. When I think about the soundtrack to Copenhagen, this is exactly the sound I have in mind. A little bit of calm water, a little bit of wind blowing. But I think the main thing that defines the soundtrack of Copenhagen, unlike any city I've ever lived in or been to in my life, is just how quiet it is. So this is the soundtrack. That's it. And that was the day I gave ChatGPT full control. 10 missions, 1 city. I chased pastries. I even talked to statues. Made an inappropriate comment about a stranger's bike. And somehow found meaning in total chaos. After the spiritual reflection on the soundtrack of Copenhagen, I realized I'd had enough for the day. No grand plan, no perfect outcome. Just a human and an algorithm trying to figure each other out. Maybe that's the point. AI doesn't know what a good day is. It just guesses. But somehow, it got close. So thanks for watching. And if you want to see what happens when I give humans control instead of AI, watch the Dublin video next.